Good morning, lovely, lovely girls, and I'm so pleased to see you. I'd really hoped to do this assembly live, but unfortunately the technology is failing me today. So we're going to have a recorded assembly today, and I'm going to hopefully be able to do proper assemblies live from next week onwards, once I've got the kit working. But welcome to January. I know we've already started it, haven't we? We're getting well through it. We're on the 7th already. It's not quite the January that any of us had anticipated, is it? But it's still January and the year has moved. I wonder if you can tell me what year we've moved from. So we've moved from 2020 to 2021. I want to talk a little bit about January. It's really interesting when you start looking about the names for things. So January is named after a Roman god. So thousands of years ago, the Romans worshipped lots of different gods, and one of the gods was Janus. Janus had two faces, and that meant that he could see the future and he could see the past. And so January is about him seeing goodbye to the old year, 2020, and hello to 2021. Now, he's quite an important god, or was quite an important god in the Roman times, because he was also the god of doors. And often, even now, people will put a little picture of Janus at a door because it helps give good luck when people cross that threshold, cross over the doorway, through the doorway from one room into the next, or from the street and into the house. So he's the god of doors and also the god of change, the god of transitions from one thing to another. So we've had that transition of year, and we've had that transition too of holiday time to term time, and that transition and change and move from our normal learning face-to-face in school back to online learning. And I'm so proud of you for the way that you are tackling the online learning and for everything that you are doing. So thinking about Janus a little bit more, according to the Roman mythology, and mythology is lots of exciting stories, and perhaps we'll do a bit more work on some mythology and finding some myths. They're fabulous stories. Janus was present at the very beginning of the world, and as he was the god of gates, he guarded the gates into heaven, and he held access to heaven and also to the other gods. He was really, really important. And you can find pictures of him and statues of him, and perhaps you might want to see if you can find some pictures and show them to your form teacher or email them to me. And he's shown with two faces, one that's facing backwards and one that's facing forwards to the future. He also, if you find a picture of the whole of him, you'll see that he's holding a key in his right hand, and that symbolises protection, and that's protection of the gates and protection of the thresholds. And it also meant in ancient Roman times that if somebody came that they would and saw Janus there as a picture, it would guarantee that they would have safety and they'd be able to trade their goods in peace. So we've crossed that threshold from 2020 into 2021. So we're in a new year. And I don't know if any of you have heard it, but there is a phrase, new year, new you. Not sure I like that phrase very much, because we rather like the you that you are already. Why do we want to have a new you? You are you. But it makes people think, this new year lark, it makes people think about how we want to improve, how we want to be making ourselves a bit better. There's a time for reflecting about what we can do. It's not about being a new person. You are who you are, and you should be really proud of who you are. But there might be things that you can do a little bit better. And so people make decisions in the new year. They don't have to just make them in the new year, though. They could make them any time. And you've probably heard people talking about New Year's resolutions, when they make a decision, when they resolve to change something. Now, it could be that they want to take up something new. It could be that they want to give something up. Or it could be to change the way that they do or think about something. And people think that the new year is the time to do this. It's a bit like making a promise to yourself. I promise that I'm not going to eat chocolate every single day, perhaps just at the weekends, might be something. Or you might say, I promise myself that I'm going to get up in the mornings straight away. I'm not going to lie in that nice cozy nest that I've got for ages and make a fuss about getting up. I'm going to get up straight away. Or it might be that you will remember to brush your teeth every day, twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, without having mummy or daddy to nag you. Or perhaps it could be that you'll eat your breakfast without a fuss, or that you'll go out for a walk every single day to make sure that you get some fresh air and some exercise, and that's really important at the moment. Remembering not to be distracted. Maybe you're somebody who's easily distracted, and you might make a promise that you're not going to be quite so easily distracted and you'll focus on your learning. Or that you will have a go at something before saying, I don't get it, I can't do it. Have a go first. You know, we want you to have a go first. Or that you'll practice learning your spellings. Or that if somebody needs help, you'll be the first one to say, I can help you with that. And that could be a friend at school, it could be mummy or daddy or a brother or a sister. Just being there to help and to be a lovely person without having to think twice about it. Sometimes that's quite difficult because it might get in the way of what you want to do. But it's really important that we put other people's first. So, new year, new you. Not a new year, well, definitely a new year, but not a new you. A new year and a new improved version, Mark II, where you are being your very best self. Because that's what we do at Cumnor, isn't it? We don't just want to be pootling through just any old how. We want to be rampaging through our lives. We want to be the best that we can be. And that's the best that we can be in every single way, in our work, in our friendships, in our attitude, in our learning. Because, girls, you're great. And I want you to continue to want to be great. I want you to be the best at getting better. Now, there should be a link for you to be able to watch the film, short part of the film from Aladdin, A Whole New World, because I think when we make our resolutions, when we make these promises to ourselves, we're opening up a whole new world to ourselves. So I'd like you to watch that. And whilst you're watching that, I just want you to think and ask for you to have the strength of mind to move things forward, for you to have a caring heart always, to have the willpower that it takes to make a brand new start and to make a whole new world for yourself. I'm so proud of you girls. Keep on going and keep on trying and keep on being the wonderful people that you are.